For my cast project, I worked with a group of 4 other girls, and it started out with me and my friend Mallory Noble. We were going to do something to benefit United Cerebral Palsy um, because her brother has cerebral palsy, and it's United Cerebral UCP. It's the place that he goes to be taken care of. So originally we thought, well, how about we do, a run? And so we were trying to get that off of the ground because we've seen other people do it before, and we thought that'd be a really great way to raise money for the organization. But we went to go talk to some city planners, Hannah Zimmerman's dad in particular, and we talked to him about kind of our plans and what we wanted to do, and he said that's fine if you want to do that, but it's a lot to take on, and it's difficult to get a profit off of a run because of all the expenses you have to pay, and it just seemed like a lot. So me and Mallory said, let's go back to the drawing board, and we um, sort of started thinking about what other things we could do to raise money for UCP. Um, and a group of our friends, Rebecca, Grace, and Brittany, they were all trying to do something too, not for UCP, but I think for some cancer association. They were trying to raise money. And our groups sort of kind of said, well, we're having trouble, you guys are having trouble, so let's have trouble together and kind of come up with something that we can all split up on and take care of. So um, we talked to them, and we sort of took on their idea of how to raise money, and they sort of took on our idea of who to give it to, because they were just going to give it to the Cancer Association because it was something they knew that needed money. But since Mallory's brother, she has this connection to the organization, they said, well, we can, give money to them because we have that personal connection and we know that they need help. So we worked for several months. The festival, we decided to put on a fall festival, and the festival was supposed to be in like November, but the days that we were going to do it, it was going to be rainy, and so we kind of had to keep on moving it back, and we moved it to December. Um, and it was much more work than I thought it would be. So in that way, it was definitely a learning experience, and it definitely increased my awareness of what strengths I have and what weaknesses I have. I, in particular, um, I was in charge of talking. We split it up into different booths. So I was in charge of like the photo booth. Um, I made all the signs for the booths. Um, Mallory she called a place and got a basketball game that we could use. Rebecca did darts, this dart game with balloons filled with paint. You hit the dart and the paint goes everywhere. Um, I had a connection through my mom's work to tons of tables and chairs and other things that could help with the festival. And so we just all kind of came together with what we had, and we worked on each of our booths and got that set up. And when the day came, night before, Mallory and I spent the whole night together doing sort of last minute things that we needed to have done for the festival to be ready in the morning. And so that was really exciting because we were like, wow, it's actually going to happen tomorrow. We wanted more booths that night. We had enough, but we wanted to do some more, so we collaborated. We went to Lowe's and came up with some more games, one involving like a frisbee and stuff like that. And we got some bands to come play. Some kids who play at they're in our class at school. They came and played for it, and we got to the park that we talked to a lady about renting Hitzman Optimus Park. We didn't have to pay anything, but we had to go through some paperwork and stuff. So we took that care of that. And the day of the carnival or festival, we came and we had volunteers come and sort of help us set it up. We had to drag these tables where we had the actual festival. It was in this field where it was very difficult to get your car over there. You could park and see it easily, but we had to get all the tables and the chairs out there. So we had to take tons of trips. We got there really early and started the day out really early. And we just hauled everything out there, got it all ready. Volunteers started coming and people started coming. To be honest, we had created a Facebook group for it like weeks before and had been posting on it and telling people to come out and stuff. And to be honest, we really didn't get that good of a turnout. But our friends, like a lot of our friends came and they supported us. And that showed me it was really valuable. The experience was really valuable to me in that way because it showed me, those people really cared about us and our cause, and they were willing to come and spend money. And we ended up raising about, I think it was $500 plus dollars. It was between $500 and $600. It kept on changing because at the end, a lady who had donated, we had to reimburse her for something that she gave us, and then it was confusing, but we made around $500. And the most rewarding part of it was going at the end. A couple weeks later, we had the money and we all went to UCP. It's by PHS. We all went there after school, and we got to hand the money over to the people there, and they were just so thankful for it. And $500 doesn't seem like a lot, but they said it would go a long way, and so it made me really proud about. Yeah, a lot of people didn't show up, and we didn't raise as much as we wanted, but we put a lot of work into it. I put a ton of time. Mallory did too, and so did the other people in our group, and we raised something, and we were able to make a difference, and so it was really rewarding.